Why Windward still attracts serious buyers. If you've been watching Windward homes sell faster than expected, sometimes with multiple offers, there's a very specific reason for that. And it still has nothing to do with luck. By the way, I help Windward homeowners and Alpharetta sellers every single week understand what buyers are looking for right now and how to position their homes strategically. If you're even thinking about selling now or later, you can call or text me at 770-626-5712 or connect with me on the links descriptions below. Okay. And make sure you stick around because towards the ends, I'm going to share the biggest mistake I see Windward homeowners make before listing and how it can quietly cost them a lot of money. Windward is such a great community in Alpharetta. And Windward has one of the most recognized communities for decades. And what's interesting is that it even has new neighborhoods, new builds, and new developments come into the market. Windward continues to attract some of the most serious, prepared buyers I work with. These aren't just casual lookers. These aren't maybe sometime buyers. These are people who know exactly what they want, and Windward is still high on their list. Why does Windward still stand out? Why are they different? Let's talk about why Windward continues to stand out. First, it's the lifestyle. Windward sits right in the heart of Alpharetta, close to Avalon, downtown Alpharetta, top-rated schools, restaurants, shopping, and major access points. Buyers relocating from out of state or moving up locally immediately recognize that convenience. Second is the lifestyle. Windward isn't just a collection of homes, it's a true community. From the golf course, the lake, walking trails, swim and tennis, to the established feel of mature landscaping and distinguished neighborhoods, buyers aren't just buying square footage anymore. They're buying a way of life. And third, this is big. Windward offers something many newer construction communities simply can't replicate: character and stability. Buyers feel that the neighborhood has a proven track record, and that matters when they're making a long-term investment. Okay, let's talk about today's Windward buyer profiles. Now let's talk about the psychology, because this is where it really gets interesting. Today, Windward's buyers are pre-qualified, well-established, well-researched, emotionally invested, and ready to act quickly. They're watching inventory closely. They know when a well-positioned home comes on the market, and there may not be another comparable option for weeks or even months. So when the right home hits the market, they move decisively. That's why you're seeing homes sell quickly, and in many cases with strong terms when they're priced and presented correctly. Let's talk about limited inventory, which creates leverage. One of the biggest advantages for Windward homeowners right now is limited inventory. There simply aren't a lot of quality homes available at any given time. And when inventory is tight, competition naturally increases. This creates leverage for sellers, but only if the home is positioned properly. I always tell my clients, you don't need every buyer to love your home. You need the right buyers to feel urgency in your home. And in Windward, that urgency is already there. It just needs to be activated in the right way. Why some homes fly off the market and others don't. Okay, here's some important things to understand. Not every Windward home sells immediately, right? The homes that perform the best tend to share a few things in common. They're priced strategically, not emotionally. They're presented to highlight lifestyle, not just features. They're marketed with the buyer's mindset front and center. Buyers today are incredibly visual. They are scrolling listings, watching videos, and comparing homes instantly. The first impression matters more than ever. Homes that feel more in ready, thoughtfully updated, and clearly positioned in today's lifestyle stand out immediately. What do the Windward buyers want now? So what are the Windward buyers actually looking for right now? I'm seeing a strong demand for functional floor plans, open, light-filled living spaces, outdoor spaces. Everyone likes outdoor spaces. Everybody wants functional floor plans where they can have multiple offices and places to socialize. Updated kitchens and primary suites. Everybody loves an updated kitchen and everybody loves a master suite. Flexible spaces for home offices and guests. So everybody, usually a lot of people that move here are from other places. So they always have guests coming to visit in the Atlanta area, especially in Windward, Alpharetta, because it's just a great place. When people come to visit, they just feel like they're on vacation in a country club. So they want to feel, but beyond the checklist, the buyers are really buying confidence. They're buying confidence in the Alpharetta area, in the schools, in the neighborhood, and the sense of community. They want to feel like the homes have been cared for, thoughtfully prepared, and priced with intention, not guesswork. We like that. Okay, we're going to talk about the biggest seller mistakes. Now let's talk about the biggest seller mistakes I see in Windward homeowners make. And this is really important. Many sellers assume that because Windward is desirable, they don't need a strategy. You do need a strategy. They think the home will sell itself. Buyers will figure it out. We can always adjust later. The reality is your first impression window is incredibly small. If a home misses the mark in the first few weeks, whether on pricing, presentation, or marketing, buyers start to question it. And once that happens, you lose leverage. The goal isn't just to sell. The goal is to sell well with strong terms, minimal stress, and confidence. This is why positioning changes everything, and it is more important now than ever. This is where positioning becomes everything. Positioning means understanding exactly who the buyer is who's going to buy your house, knowing how the buyer compares your homes to others, and highlighting the lifestyles and emotional value, and creating urgency without pressure. When done right, buyers don't ask, should we make an offer? They ask, how do we get this home? And that is what you want when you're selling a house. So if you're ready, if you're a Windward homeowner and you're even considering selling, whether it's now, later this year, or just exploring options, having clarity is the first step. I'm already helping Windward homeowners navigate buyer demand, pricing strategy, and timing. And I'd be happy to do the same for you. You can call or text me at 770-626-5712, or you can connect with me using any of the links below this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.